This is Top Accolade African News Updates. I am Soibifa Jagridge. Last week, Joe Biden announced Uganda and 3 other countries would be dropped from the African Growth and Opportunity Act. The US had previously said it might take such action after Uganda passed a tough new anti-homosexuality law. On Sunday, President Yoweri Museveni urged Ugandans not to be over-concerned. Some of these actors in the Western world overestimate themselves and underestimate the freedom fighters of Africa, he said on X, formerly known as Twitter. Agoa, introduced in 2000, gives eligible sub-Saharan African countries duty-free access to the US for more than 1,800 products. Under this deal, Uganda has been exporting goods like coffee and textiles to the United States for years without paying any import tax. Ahead of the 20th Agoa Forum in South Africa, Mr. Biden revealed plans to expel Uganda, Gabon, Niger, and the Central African Republic. He said that the removal of the CAR and Uganda from the program was due to gross violations of internationally recognized human rights by the government. The CAR is working closely with mercenaries from the Russian Wagner Group who have been accused of killing civilians and other abuses. Niger and Gabon, both of which are currently under military rule following coup, are ineligible for Agoa because they have not established or are not making continual progress towards establishing the protection of political pluralism and the rule of law, the president said. In his statement on Sunday, President Yoweri Museveni continued, "As far as Uganda is concerned, we have the capacity to achieve our growth and transformation targets, even if some of the actors do not support us." Guinea has dismissed more than 60 soldiers and prison officers over the jailbreak of former junta leader Moussa Dadis Camara and 2 others. Captain Camara was recaptured and returned to prison a few hours after being freed from his cell by heavily armed commandos early on Saturday. Those taken are currently on trial for their alleged roles in death of more than 150 people in the 2009 protest in the capital, Conakry. Besides Captain Camara, 2 other prisoners have also been found. Captain Camara's lawyer earlier said the former leader was taken against his will and that he would never try to escape prison, as he had confidence in the Guinean judicial system. Junta leader Col Mamadi Doumbouya on Sunday said in a decree that he fired the military and prison officers for breach of employment and misconduct, state broadcast RTG reports. The sacked military officers include fugitive Claude PV, Marsa Tiegboro Camara, and Blaise Gilmore. A manhunt is underway for Mr. PV, a former minister of presidential security in Dadis Camara's junta, who remains at large. Guinea is one of several former French colonies in West and Central Africa that have staged coup in the past 3 years. US YouTuber and philanthropist Mr. Beast has received both praise and criticism after sharing that he built 100 wells in Africa. In the video, which has been viewed over 48 million times since its Saturday's release, Mr. Beast showcased his construction of 52 wells in rural Kenyan communities and 48 other wells in Zimbabwe, Uganda, Somalia, and Cameroon. Several people have applauded Mr. Beast for helping rural communities while faulting African governments for embezzling funds meant for such projects. Mr. Beast, whose real name is Jimmy Donaldson, has 207 million subscribers on YouTube, making him the platform's most followed account. I know it's weird that a YouTuber has to do all this stuff, but someone's got to do it. And if no one else is, we are going to do it. It really does change the lives of the communities where we build them, Mr. Beast said said of his motivation for the project. But some Africans have criticized him, saying that his video perpetuates the stereotype of Africa as an impoverished continent. Others have raised concerns over the environmental impact of the wells, saying they could contribute to depleting groundwater. Mr. Beast has defended his philanthropy, saying that he will always use his platform to help people and inspire others to do so. More than 20 people have been killed and several others injured after shells hit a market in a suburb of Sudan's capital, Khartoum, a group of lawyers said. The crowded market in Omdurman was hit after an intense exchange of fire between the Sudan army and the paramilitary rapid support forces, Sudan's emergency lawyers, a non-governmental group, said in a statement on Sunday. A medical source told AFP news agency that the Saturday's shelling killed 15 people in the Al-Tara neighborhood of Omdurman. The lawyers commend the two warring sides for continued fighting in populated areas and called for a ceasefire. The clashes continued in the capital and in other cities in Darfur and the Kordofan region amid talks between the rival forces in Jeddah, Saudi Arabia. More than 9,000 people have been killed and nearly 6 million others displaced since the fighting started in mid-April. That is the size of top accolade African news update. You can follow us on all social media platforms as displayed on your screen. Happy Monday.